title confusion. All analytics is critical thinking. See, we know a lot, but we don't do critical thinking. Because if we did critical thinking, we'd have already mastered racism, white supremacy. And I guarantee you, if we master that, we'd probably be a lot further in life as individuals and collective unit. All right, so I'm coming from the 18th chapter of my book, Analytics, 20 Years of Conversations and Interviews with Public Entities, Minister of Information. And the reason why I spell interviews this way, because I need you, as opposed to me talking to you like this, I need to bring you, stand you next to me so you can enter my view. Are you following me? All right. I'm going to skip over a lot, but all of the information is on this DVD that we have back there called Symbology 101, the Illuminati's Takeover of Hip Hop. I'm going to run through it real quick. All right? Real quick. Talking about that vibratory frequency, which I think hip hop unlocked. That particular frequency that was coded there in the genetic code inside of the DNA, I think it came with us from Africa to America. Because the griots spoke the word, told the stories. All right? Through the verbal arts. We call it spoken word. All right? Preachers and pastors and reverends picked up on it. They gave us that same kind of energy, but it was the white man's religion. Are you following me? So we felt them, but it was hard for us to take that home and apply that madness to our lives because we can't forgive those that despitefully use us. Are you following me?
That's right.
So we have to understand, so that vibratory frequency is present there in the blues if we understand it. It's present there in the Negro spirituals. It's present there in jazz when you hear Thessalonius Monk and Miles blowing their horn. Are you following me? It's there. It's there in the rhythm and the blues, and R&B don't stand for Reagan and Bush. How about rhymes and beats? Are you following me? It's there in the gospel music. As Mary teaches what? The God in me. Am I right or wrong? That's not so far from me being God having a human experience. Then some Christian singers can say, why can't I? Are you following me? But even when they think they created rock and roll, it's there. Ask Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, and the rest of them.
That's right.
Are you following me?
Yes,
God forbid when we study with Otis Redding and Tina Turner and Bar Kays gave us and Stax Records. Even what we got from Philly International with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes and the OJs. Harold Melvin saying what? Wake up. Everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more backwards thinking, time for thinking ahead. Are you following me? We resonated with that. And then with what Motown gave us, it was a rap by then. Are you following me? So we need to understand that vibratory frequency came with us from the continent to America. Then came hip hop. Hip hop took all of that, put it in a barrel, stirred it up like one big gumbo.
That's right.
Are you following me? So we need to understand it. So when you look back, you should hear jazz. You should hear gospel. You should hear some of these songs that are coded with hidden meaning. Then if you only knew the song, you would know the strategy. Are you following me? We have to understand that. That was done by the culture. How many people have little girls, daughters? So we have to understand that these children are watching. All right, 90% of communication is nonverbal. I'll say it again, slow. 90% of communication is nonverbal. They're watching you. You pick them up, they feel the muscle tension. They see your countenance, your facial expression, body language. They know when something is wrong, and they know when something is right.
Right.
They know when you standing in the line at CVS, and some dude like Maxwell walk through the door and you give him one of them numbers. They see you. They know. Are you following me? So culture defines your enemy. It instructs and informs a people which what's supposed to be their worldview or their paradigm. The culture protects the people from genocide. It's your primary source of education. It's everything you do, and it's tied to everything you do. I often talk about the I am. And it's important that we develop this concept. Alright? Because I'm vastly getting out of this habit of arguing with Muslims and Christians. Alright? It is what it is. I am that I am. Are you following me? I don't want a label. I'm God having a human experience called Griff. Now, I don't mind at one time, way back here, I was an African.
Right.
Then I did the Black Power thing, the Muslim thing, the Christian thing.